Eastern Cape now, where police there have confirmed they are now in possession of the toxicology report for the Enyobeni Tavern victims. 21 teenagers died mysteriously at a tavern on the 26th of June. The youngest was just 13 years old. Police say they are now assessing when the matter will be ready for trial. Our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is tracking that story for us, and he joins us now live. Aviwe, not even 2 hours ago, you had said that you heard from the families that the toxicology report is not ready. What were we missing there?
Well, we've had that confirmation now from Brigadier Ginana from the South African Police Service in the Eastern Cape that indeed they have the final post-mortem results, and now the way forward, of course, is discussing those details, and they've concluded their investigations now. It's now to discuss them with the National Prosecuting Authority and then decide if they are worth prosecuting. There are no details, though, in terms of exactly what is in the post-mortem as yet and what led to these deaths. In fact, something that I actually pushed them on minutes ago, and it says that the onus then is on the Department of Health and the courts themselves to give us an update. But from their side, once they've decided on going to trial with the NPA, they then alert the families themselves on the investigation. So it seems still, remember when we gave you an earlier update that the police weren't none the wiser where the investigations were, and in fact none the wiser about the meeting that was supposed to happen today. It seems they still are not getting themselves involved, but they just confirmed, in fact, that those post-mortem results are now, and the investigations from their side are complete. In fact, we have this on a voice note that was sent by Brigadier Ginana just a bit earlier on. Let's take a listen to him.
The SAPS confirms that the post-mortem results of the 21 children who died at Enyobeni have now been made available to the investigating team. As a matter of procedure, the next step now is for the detectives to engage with the prosecuting authority, who will in turn make a determination on whether the matter will be ready for the court based on the interpretation of the results. Once this consultation is concluded with the NPA, the investigating team will then begin to update the affected families on the process of investigation going forward.
And Aviwe, now, what have the families been told? They were told that they would receive this report by the end of August. That lapses today. And then they were told that they would receive it tomorrow. So when will they know exactly what happened, and when will they get those death certificates that confirm what happened to their children?
It's the 31st of August, the promise to the parents 2 weeks ago, in fact, in a meeting that they had with the different departments from the Eastern Cape. They were told 31st of August would be the deadline. They say they waited for the majority of yesterday, and then just after 5 p.m. they received that final confirmation, which they said came just a bit little too late after they'd knocked off after work. Hence, they asked then for that to be pushed back by one more day. So they'll be receiving now that confirmation. And we do understand with the finality of these post-mortem results, they'll get a better understanding of exactly what led to the deaths of those 21 teenagers tomorrow. That's Thursday at 9 a.m. And in fact, they say in the email that they've received, Masejo, there were indications there that they should bring the death certificates of the 21 teenagers, which will now then be updated to the cause of death that we'll only know about tomorrow. You do understand currently the cause of death in those death certificates is still cited as being under investigation, something that the Department of Home Affairs is set to change then going forward from tomorrow. So that outcome is expected at 9 a.m. Tomorrow, of course, we'll be bringing to you as it happens. But just take a listen to one of the parents of the 21 teenagers that we spoke to just a bit earlier on this matter. Let's take a listen.
It is not happening. We are not getting results today. A lot of runarounds has taken place as a result due to the logistics that were not met. We had to postpone being given results today. Firstly, as parents, we are employed, and we were expecting that we're going to be told in time about, because with the departments, you cannot be sure and say, yes, this is happening, because today they say this and then something different happens. So by the afternoon yesterday, we were not yet conducted, making sure that this is what is going to happen. So it led us to ask them not to give us them today, because we respect our employment. So we as parents had to go to our workplace so that we explain to our employers that we are getting the results. We only received the communication, I think it was past 5 yesterday, when we got a confirmation. So already all the parents were out of work and we were unable to communicate with the employers. And according to them, they are confirming that they are going to give us the final results, which led to the cause of death of our children. So by tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
And Aviwe, just very quickly, bring us up to speed, especially when you mentioned that the police are still going to discuss with the NPA who needs to be prosecuted and if they have enough evidence for prosecution or successful prosecution. Remind us again how far we are with the owners of this particular Enyobeni Tavern. I know that they've been appearing in court. How far is that particular case?
So that's the very confirmation that the parents, Maseko, saying that they were waiting for, in order then to possibly add additional charges to already the court case that Siakangela Ndevu, the owner of Enyobeni, is already facing. You do understand, just on Friday will be the pre-trial conference that was taken to court by the Liquor Board in the Eastern Cape, of course, for contravening the Liquor Act. That's for selling alcohol to children under the ages of 18, given that all those 21 teenagers that passed away were under 21. So depending on what we hear then from the post-mortem, and as you heard Brigadier Kinana, they're suggesting that they will be in discussions with the NPA to see if they could go after then possible prosecutions when it comes to the deaths of the 21 teenagers. We can then expect that outcome, depending, of course, what we hear tomorrow at 9 a.m. and possibly where then the fingers will be pointed on what exactly led to the deaths of these teenagers.
All right, senior reporter Aviwe Mtila live for us in East London. Let's leave it there for now.